Hey everybody, Dave here with VanagonLife. Today I'd like to introduce a brand new product that we spent a lot of time designing. This is our new modular console. This modular console is designed out of heavy-duty 14 gauge steel, CNC laser cut, 100% TIG welded. We don't use any wire feed, so we can get really nice, tight, precise, and accurate welds throughout the entire construction. We use an industrial grade piano hinge for the door, which is completely welded. And just like our other console, we're using an industrial grade locking mechanism for the interior as well. I would get tons of emails about not, wanting a table leg, not wanting the battery kill switch provision, the extra map pocket. So we decided to come out with something that was more along the lines of a do-it-yourself. Overall, this console is about 9 inches shorter. So for folks that have any other console that's mounted up front around the gear shift, this gives them more room to step into the back. This will still work with jump seats. We put the cable provision in here to allow that in the back. We did away with the drop down over to the rear for the vent area. This console will work with our new auxiliary cup holder. It will bolt directly onto the front of this by removing these 3 screws. One of the big questions we always get is, can you walk on it? If you've seen any of the photos and whatnot of our other one, you've seen that I've parked my van on that console. This console is as robust. You can stand on this, and it's designed for years of use. For the mod console install, you just need a 3/8 ratchet. 3-inch extension works really well. 17 millimeter and a 16 millimeter socket, and the 2 supplied fasteners that come with the console. All right, first we're going to remove the driver's side seatbelt receiver and then the passenger side seatbelt receiver. The new console comes with hardware, so you will get rid of your stock bolt and washer. And if your van has the nylon washers, seems like about 50% of them do, some don't, hang on to it and you'll use it with our new hardware. This driver's side receiver has a 2-prong wire connection inside the battery box. You'll want to move your driver's seat forward and reach down inside here, and then there's a little connection up here. There it is. 2-prong connection. All right, and then let's remove our passenger side seatbelt receiver. If you have the nylon washer at this time, you can go ahead and put it in place on each one of your fasteners. Sometimes the factory carpet intrudes on this hole, so you want to make sure and clear this out and out of the way, because when we're putting this new hardware in with the console in place, any little strand can make it seem like it won't fit. So what we like to do before we slide the console in is actually run this in by hand. That way you know that you have a good indication that it's going to go in and work just fine. And we're ready to slide the new console in. So we typically we'll slide this in and make sure that we can access and see that hole from here. Slide our driver's side receiver down. Get our bolt lined up, and we will run this in finger tight. Make sure and not tighten this down all the way. You want to have a little bit of adjustment with this. These are designed to fit extremely tight, nice tight reveals. If you suck down one side, it will be shifted a little bit, and it'll be really difficult to get this bolt started. You're going through an access hole here in the map pocket into this area right here. Throughout the years, it seems like these get stepped on and sometimes will be bent out of the way. If that's the case, typically what we will do is we'll get this mounted, and if it's hitting here, we'll engage the seat belt like so once it's in place, and then we will basically just bend this back over just a hair so it doesn't hit the door. It's kind of a little dance here to get that in place. I'm going to open this door up like so, and then sight down while moving the socket into place, and then once I have that, move it up and down just a hair, and I can feel it starting in that hole, and then I'll run this in finger tight. And you can see here that there's plenty of clearance with this on the door. Once I have both receivers hand tight, I'll come to the back and just look at these reveals and maybe use my knee here and push it forward a little bit, and then I'll come in here and snug these up. Feed my wire back through. We have an access hole here in the side for that, and I'm going to reconnect this 2-prong, and it can only go in one way. You have one pin and one detent. It's not the easiest, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. We have no idea, other than there's 12 volts to that, what purpose it serves. It does not work with the dinger on the light. If you've replaced any of your seatbelt receivers with aftermarket ones, they don't come with any wiring connections. They're left disconnected. So, but peace of mind, reconnect it. So this hardware here that I'm taking out allows you to add the auxiliary cup holder that we designed. Now that this is installed, just to touch on a couple other key points with the modular console. You know, it does not have any of the features of the other one, but this is great for the do-it-yourselfer. We've added a much larger work area here for putting 12-volt provisions in, if you choose. The other thing, this still has a massive amount of space, just like the other one. This isn't just a square box. This thing is perfectly contoured to the floor, so we maximize as much interior space as possible for putting away your goods securely and locking them up. We couldn't be any happier with the outcome of this console from a design aspect, and the fact that we're being able to offer something a little bit different to the folks that were looking for a more minimalist setup.